Hello there, you was listening to the KP Sema Rights podcast, and I am your host, KP Sema. Okay, today is the second episode. Okay, so today I will be doing my first podcast review. Now, please understand this is a spoiler review. If you don't want spoilers, go to Instagram. If you don't want spoilers, I repeat, if you don't want spoilers, go to Instagram. It's the spoiler free one. Okay. This is a review on a book. I got an early reader's copy to review and into the review and stuff. Now, I was supposed to do the review last month, but last month was crazy, so I hope the author doesn't mind that it came late. But the name of this book is Behind the Forecast by Evie Daniels. Okay, Behind the Forecast by Evie Daniels. This book was really good, I must say. Before I even get my rank, I must say it's good. Now, there was a couple parts in the book that really didn't hit hot for me. But overall, it was a really good, interesting book, a different take. Now, I want to go over the tropes of the book. It's a forced proximity, small town, forced proximity, um, rich people. He's, both rich family, both of them got rich families, in different areas and stuff. He got money, and she's kind of like living off her parents' money. But let me find the synopsis. I'm gonna find the synopsis. What's the author's synopsis of the book? Okay, I found the blurb. Okay. So it's like a short synopsis to those who don't know in the reader community. Okay. So this is the blurb. It says, what happens when a storm brews between a small town girl and the town's most wanted bachelor? After 3 years away, Eden Cross returns to Amoon Hills to rebuild her life and career, landing a job at Vanderbilt News Network. Seems perfect until she meets Dawson Rain, the town's top meteorologist and the most eligible bachelor. As witty banter turns into undeniable chemistry, the storm brewing between them becomes impossible to ignore. Can they weather it, or will their budding romance blow over? Now, that is the synopsis. It's really good synopsis and overall describes the book. Now, to not exactly give away the entire story. Okay, wait, this spoiler review, I can say what I want. Okay, so I want to start it with a quote from the book from the female lead, Eden. She says, you're the best stalker a girl could ask for. That is literally the book in like to explain the entirety of the book. That's it. That is it. The one thing that really turned me off from the book is bro was literally a stalker. Like at one point, he had to admit he was stalking her, like literally finding ways to be with her for absolutely no reason. Like had no reason to be around her, but like, and it was like he was doing stuff to irritate her and get on the nerves. And it's like, it kind of reminded me of a Chinese drama I once, and it was like it really was like bro was literally he wanted to basically find every possible way to be around her, and that's how this book kind of went. Dawson Rain. Dawson Rain, that is the male lead. Dawson Rain. Me and Dawson got some beef. Cause I'm gonna be honest. Dawson was really he was because it was like she was like the grumpy it was a grumpy sunshine trope, by the way. So he was grumpy, she was sunshine. But the thing is, he was grumpy for no reason. He had no reason to be grumpy at all, man. Like his grumpiness was really just crazy because it was out of pocket. Like, bro had no reason to be all this grumpiness. Bro really had absolutely any reason to be grumpy. Like, it was just, I think if he wasn't like this forced grumpy for no reason, I would totally have liked him as a male lead much better. Um, that's just me in my opinion. And then there was like a storyline with his mom because his mom passed away. I think what is it, 10 years prior to the story, long before the story is set, and basically it didn't really go into detail with this storyline. But long story short, it was basically he needed her and it was like storming or whatever, and somehow she died. They didn't really go into details as to how she died or anything like that, but it pointed out that's why he became a meteorologist. That storyline honestly was really like the dumbest part of the book to me because he became a meteorologist because he thought maybe I could have done something to save her. Like, what? What? That's why you be. It's inevitable. In the words of Thanos, that is inevitable. Like, that really had me so confused. And it was like, that's all we had. That's all we got. He gave us like this vague story of how his mom died. And, that was like a deep emotional moment between Eden and Dawson. Like, that was the first time we ever really saw him let his guard down and just be human. But yeah, it could have been written a lot better. And I would have liked a more detailed version of the story. Um, like of how his mom passed because me personally, I like writing stuff that makes people tear up. So I would just go into the details. Okay. But that's not for everyone. Good. Again, this is I never said it first time. To those who don't know, this is an erotic book. It got freaky scenes in here. It got full blown freaky scenes. And that's what I'm gonna get into next. The freaky scenes. Okay, for me, if I'm rating just the freaky scenes, I'm giving it 2 out of 10, D minus, because it didn't make me feel like they were really having sex. It didn't make me feel like it was love. It felt like a one night stand. It's like a one night stand that you're addicted to, like like the hit it quit it type situation. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like they were doing it, you know. And to go back to the stalker situation, Dawson was legit like lusting after Ian. He's like, it wasn't until literally the final chapter of the book where he actually said that he loved her. And I was in the moment trying to prove to another person of how deserving she is. Like literally the final chapter of the book was the first time he said he loved her. And then the second time he said it in the epilogue was during time of sex. So literally it took us this long, but it really seemed like he just lusted after her, not just for sex, but just for her, period. Like it's like they're really, to me with Dawson, you couldn't really feel love. It felt like lust. It felt like obsession more so. Like you can't stand nobody, not your family, not your other coworkers, not even yourself. But it's just like you desire her sexually that much that's kind of like the basis of y'all relationship. And it's like going and going into the remarks of the sex scenes. Another thing is, I don't know if the writer is a virgin or if she watched a lot of porn, but okay, the fact, like literally, he keeps talking about how tight her coochie is. And I am just like, bro, like, no, man, like, I don't know, no, man. Like, that's the first thing he think of. It's like, that's, oh, I can't get used to how tight your coochie is. Like, what? 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 Bro, I was like, every time he said it, it just made me cringe. It was so uncomfortable because what? That is how, that's what a man says when he lusts after you. Not when he loves you, ladies. That's not sexy. And I was like, I think she thought that was going to sound sexy. Like the sex scenes, the way she described them, the things he said, it was legit porn. Like it felt like it was just a show. You felt nothing. I felt nothing. I didn't feel horny. It was just like, let me get this over with. To be honest, like for erotic books, from 99.9% of people, there's only I'm one of the 1.1% of people that actually read it for the story. But the sex scenes were so ick. They were just regurgitating. Like I was like, other like the story by his mom and the sex scenes were really the worst part of the book. And the sex scene that really took it over the edge with me was the hot air balloon. And let me tell you something. I was just like, child, let me tell you something. What the heck? The pilot and the people, first of all, how you feel the table? Firstly, do you know how small nothing that happened in that hot air balloon can happen in real life hot air balloon? I'm just gonna leave it like that. Like it got so unrealistic. This right here made every over the top storyline in Young and the Restless in any um type soap opera or Tyler Perry show that don't make sense. I said this tops it. Tyler, you might as well take notes from this because it was just. I know she wanted to do something that really brought that like erotic connection to them, but a hot air balloon, and then at one point the pilot literally jumps out, and the rest of the crew, which typically is one or two people in total, other than the writers, but it was like a whole crew of people, and I'm like, okay, this is too small a place to have a whole crew of people, but they jump out, they eating dinner, and then they throw the stuff off the side of the thing, and I'm just so it just like, what if it dropped on someone's house or in someone's pool, backyard? Like, this is the stuff coming in my mind reading this stuff. So it was like, that was the sex scene that really took me out. The first sex scene was disappointing because there was no actual penetration. Like, like, and that really, oh my God, the stuff he said in there's like, oh, you're a squirt. Like, it was so weird. Like, all you did was finger her and she squirted. Like, that was it. That was the entire thing. And I'm just over here like, so that was it. Like, you got me excited for nothing. Let me tell you something. As a Christian, I know a lot of people, I'm a Christian. They be like, wait a minute, you're reading erotic books with sex scenes and stuff like that. And I'm like, this book honestly had me so convicted. Like when I tell you, there was that part of me that was like, you know what, I need to stop reading erotic books. But I literally signed up to review this joint. So I was like, you know what? I am now, as far as the ending, now the last chapter, it turned into a totally different book. The last chapter, which to my knowledge is the longest chapter in the book, it has 30 odd, almost 40 pages. This chapter is crazy for the fact that it introduced a story, like 2-3 storylines that didn't even exist into this chapter. We literally meet the character, like, I think about, I can't even remember what chapter we meet this character in, but long story short, bro is a scam artist. His name is Thomas something, I can't remember, but to them he's known as Todd. He's a scam artist. He's scamming the news station out of money. He had them put on this whole fundraiser so he could take all the money. Bro, when I tell you this storyline was crazy because there was no work up to it. Not one bit. We literally meet dude and he talks to Dawson and Eden. Of course he will pull those specific two, by the way. And not the marketing team to do this whole marketing project. The marketing team is trash. Like the marketing team look like they live in their grandmother's basement. That's how they live, okay? At work. Like they come to work in flip flops and sweats. And I said, bro, that is not appropriate for a news station in any position or any job for that. Like think about me walking my job at Five Guys and my manager would send me on home real quick. Okay, so when I tell you, like, that doesn't make sense. Why are you telling two people, she's a production assistant, he's a meteorologist. He's on screen, she's behind the camera. Why are you pulling these two? They don't think it's weird. And he's like ordered them to work together and stuff. So that's what led up to the first sex scene and stuff. Like, I think that was like the chapter 2 after he pulled them to his office and, set this up. But yeah, bro, like, I let it all out. Let me tell you something. This book, the last 5 chapters of the book were the most frustrating to read. And I say this because the sex scenes in the way Dawson was literally a stalker. And I go back to the quote. There's literally a quote in the book. I said at the beginning, "You're the best stalker a girl could ask for." Literally describes the entire book. Like, that is literally the book in a nutshell. Like, I keep going over. Dawson is a full-blown stalker. That's why I cannot imagine being a full-blown stalker. Like, but all in all, the final grade. Now, I'm going to do individual grades first. Okay. So, we going by Eden. I didn't do my diagnosis on Eden. Okay, Eden, at first, she was like a character that was like hard to like find a liking towards, and like not find a dislike to her, but it was like that. But as I got moved forward, she became more a likable character, and you can see that she was a caring sister, a caring friend, and like she made her life sound like it was worse than it was. What made me mad at Eden was she had it good. She was living in the family's, like in Fresh Prince, what you call it, the pool house. She was living in the family pool house, which was nice. She had rooms. She had a friend of hers, her prior roommate lives there. Not only are you able to go back home to your parents and living on your parents' estate, but you can take a friend with you. She got the dopest friends. Like, when I tell you that her life, both before she left, I forget where she was, because I took like a month and a half break, to be honest, because I just needed some air from it. It stopped me from reading, period. I was like, I had to take a break from reading and just like hone in on writing my own stuff. But when I came back, I finished these final 2 chapters. It's like, let me do the review. But yeah, now Eden's mom, the worst part of Eden's life was her mom. Like, her mom was really pressing. And I'm like, okay, now if you focus on your mom pressing you so hard on this type of stuff, I get why you would be upset with your life. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, her life was awesome. Dawson, going back to Dawson, yeah, he was grumpy for no reason. He had no reason to be grumpy. Like, why was he so grumpy? Now, Dom, who is Dawson's oldest brother, I don't know what was wrong with him. Maybe is Dominic. Okay, Evie, is Dominic gonna be the next one? Because Dominic, he got issues, and I think he is gonna be the one, because this is a series. It's called Book One of Broadcast Hearts. Now, he can't be the next one because he's not working at the station. But Yeah, you're gonna have to have a spin-off for Dominic because I need to know why he's so cold-hearted. Because at first it seemed like when she first introduced Dominic, like it seemed like, oh, he gonna be the shut it down mediator. No, he was the jerk big brother. I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna like you, bro, but you didn't. Now, dang, I can't remember the youngest brother's name. What's his name? Wait a minute, let me go back to the book because I gotta get his name right. Weston. Oh my goodness. Now I remember Weston. Weston, party hardy, but you know what? In that final chapter, let me tell you something. I love how he started calling her sis. Now that was the one that had love. He started calling her sis. Like, you good, sis? With her ex-cager. Oh, let me tell you so. The way he came was so smooth. I said that right there, that's family. Um, the dad, I wish we explored more with Dawson's dad as well as Eden's dad because we really didn't. We only really explored like 1, 2 chapters with her dad and about 3 or 4 with his. No, I said that backwards. We really didn't explore with Eden's dad, but I want to know more about him, and I would love to see if we could even get a prequel about their parents. Oh my goodness, yes, Evie. Um, I'm sorry, I'm a real honest reviewer when it comes to book. Like, I am vicious. I must admit it. And I do this with myself when I write too. That's why I don't have any published books. But that gonna change this fall. This fall I'm gonna release my first published book. And okay, also I just gotta mention that this is Evie's first published book. Okay, her name is Evie Daniels. Okay, remember that name. Um, but back to the rating. And before I get back to the rate, actually, before I get back to the rating, my full rating on everything, I just want to say, when it came to the nickname that Dawson gave Eden, why was it Ella? Ella of all things, it don't make no sense why Ella, and I think she thought it was cute. It really was annoying because typically, now I'm from the South, and you get nicknames based off something relating to you. Some nicknames they just give you and they just stick. Like my uncle's nickname is Snake, and my auntie's nickname is Termite. You know, but to call her Ella, but her Ella is nowhere in the name. I think it was. I forget. He just started calling her that, and it got on nerves. And I said it got on my nerves more than it got on Eden's nerve, because that is nothing close to her name. Now, I'm be honest, and then now remembering the author's name, I realized it would have been kind of a conflict of interest. But her name is Eden. Eden Cross, by the way. Eden Cross. So Eden like the Garden of Eden. Cross like the cross on your neck. You know, like the cross that Jesus died on, right? So I don't know if she meant to have this type of, kind of like biblical uh 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 like joke to it, but her name is Eden. Why wouldn't he just give her the nickname of Eve? Because Eve was in the Garden of Eden until ate of the forbidden fruit and you know was kicked out. So it made more sense if her nickname was Eve. And that was really like the most annoying part. That's another thing. It's like every time I call her Hella, I was like, bro, come on, no. But yeah, like other than that, it was really good. So on to my rate. I'm gonna go to individual things. Now, firstly, to the leads. Okay, so the Eden, I give her a 10, an infinity out of 10. I gotta give her an infinity out of 10 because beyond how I felt about the character in the beginning, I loved her by the end. Dawson. Woo! Dawson Ray. Buddy. I love you from a distance. I give him a 1.5. I give him a 1.5 out of 10. I'm sorry. Evie. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be a brutal honest. I'm gonna be brutal honest in this spoiler interview. What annoyed me between the unneeded grumpiness, between the lustful comments during sex, um between the stalking, between um how he just treats people for no reason. Honestly, he kind of reminds me of my ex-boss Mary, because he would be at work just picking with people. And you know, to me, and I'll be honest, he's the kind of dude I tell my female friends to stay away from. Because he lusts after you, he's manipulative, and he's very controlling, and he he just like ugh. So honestly, the male lead is really the downgrade of the story. He was he was kind of really. I think if it was a reconstruct, and maybe in the full publish, because this was an early release copy, so of course the version I read is not the version that y'all gonna read. The version y'all gonna read is probably fix everything that I'm saying right now. It's just he was just, for me, it was too aggressive with his pursuit. Like in there, it was just, it was very cringy to me. That's my personal viewpoint of it. Their families. Now I'm gonna do a lump sum with the families. Dawson's family, I gotta give 7 out of 10 because I love his dad. We didn't really get to explore much with him, but he's learned from life. He's become a new man, and he really, he just is missing the love he took for granted, and he just wants to live the rest of his life in peace and surrounded by his kids and love. Um, Dominic, I would have punched that nigga in his throat, to be honest, cause he was so nerve wracking. He over here trying to put the dad in the old folks home, and like he is already pre-planning his dad's uh leaving that, not longer being in his own house, and dang near his funeral. Like the dad is healthy. He has have health problems, but he was real good. Oh my goodness, how do I forget his little sister's name? I am so mad at myself for forgetting his sister's name, but she was hilarious. I loved her so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's Imani. It's Imani or Amani. So it's either Imani or Amani. But honestly, I loved his sister so much. She is hilarious. Oh my goodness. She needs her own spinoff. It also Sunday. Okay, I'm gonna get to Sunday. But let's just say both of their sisters definitely need a spinoff novel. I'm telling, they need like their own separate spinoffs. Okay. I'm telling you, them girls are chef's kiss. Um, but yeah, and Weston is like, he's like that wild cousin that you just can't help but love being around. Like he a party hardy, but he is dedicated to family. You know what I'm saying? So I give the Rain family, I give them 8 out of 10. 2 down because of Dominic. Dominic, oh my goodness, he need a good kick in the pants. Let me tell you something. He need to get knocked clean off, and maybe, just maybe. And I love when the dad said, "Maybe you'll find love one day." I'm probably paraphrasing what Dad said, but when Dad said that to him, I was like, oh, yes, somebody needed that didn't do no good in that moment. But let me tell you something. Hopefully it does in a future install. Maybe we'll get back to Dominic. But okay, to the Cross family. Okay. So we got Eve's parents. Now her dad, I like her dad because I'll be honest, that's gonna be me as a dad. Like she was getting frustrated, but oh my goodness, that would be me as a dad because I need to know where my kids' mental health is at. I need to know where their mind is at because regardless of anything, I'ma love them and I'm gonna if they going through any problem mentally, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna like I'm not gonna be that overwhelming parent, the helicopter parent, but what I'm gonna be like, let me tell you something. You have no words to say, but you just need someone to hug you, just hold on to, So he kind of like reflected with the dad kind of dad I want to be. So I was like, yes, I love that because he didn't shake it frustrated her, but it was something that's truly needed. Is like that mental health wellness check, and it's like no judgment. It's just like, okay, get this off your chest. What can I do to help? Is it words that you need to hear? Is it like, oh my goodness? Now her mom, her mom, her mom. What little dialogue we got from her, she was the kind of just push like, okay, there you this that. It's just like Eden. It's like she was pushing everything Eden didn't really need. It was just like her thought what she needed. I'm like, no. So all in all, her mom was really the only person in her family that really was like, ugh. So it's like in each family, it was that one person that was like, ugh. Now Sunday. Oh my, that oh my goodness, our first interaction with Sunday. I hope that's how you pronounce her name, Evie. I really do. Let me tell you something. Oh my goodness, her first I loved it because she was a protective little sister. I was like, yes, that's what I like to see. That's what I'm talking about. She was the right one. I loved her so much. I'm telling you, Imani and Sunday definitely need their own individual books. I'm telling you. Um. So yeah, and I give the Rain family a 9. I mean, not the Rain, the Cross. I give a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. The mom is what took it down 1 point. The mom is what took it down 1 point. Just 1 point because Mama was overbearing. She worse than Mother Goth. Well, not worse. Mother Goth was crazy. That head was crazy, but she's about where the mother and Brave was. Practically, honestly, like the black version of her. As I said before, the sex scenes, like, I forget where I first rated it, but I think I said what 2.5 and like a B minus. I mean a D minus. Yeah. Oh yeah, letter grades. Letter grades to the. I forgot to get the letter grades to the family. So to Dawson, it would be an F. Eden, it'd be an A minus. No. I take that back. Eden, she gets an A plus plus plus. 3 pluses, y'all. Dawson's family, the Rain family, they get a good a B minus. Just no, a B plus. I give the Rain family a B plus. Because everyone except Dominic was someone I could be with, hang with. You know what I'm saying? The Cross family, I give a minus because the mom is it's just like she's kind of trying to push like stuff on her daughter. Um, Sex scenes, I give an F minus. Honestly, -1. It was really unattractive sex scenes. Honestly, I just wanted to brush through. I just honestly wanted to skip them because it really like lost my interest. It didn't really give me the satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? It really just felt like lust. It didn't feel like love. And I just keep going back to that because like no man that loves a woman would say those things to a woman. So it just the woman you love, you're not gonna say those things. I was gonna say to a woman you have a one night stand with, not the woman that you want to call your wife. So yeah. Um but let's see what else. Oh yeah, the now the ending. I honestly I gotta get that ending Infinity out of 10 because for that storyline to literally come into the last chapter, that honestly made the book. Oh my goodness, it was like whoa, this is crazy. This came in like we had literally like one chapter worth of like okay something ain't right here, and then like there was this investigation that took place off page which I would love for that to be on page. Honestly. And then Vanessa and uh Bash. Oh my goodness, they were funny. And she's like, he's the soon to be. He's like, no, we're still legally married, baby. So I'm guessing they gonna be book number two. I'm guessing they gonna be book number two. I'm guessing they gonna be book number two. I'm just saying, Evie. I'm just saying. Okay, so I think I done did every individual thing that I wanted to do. But to the book, I give the book a B minus and a 3 out of 10. Wait a minute, I did that backwards. Wait a minute. I'm in 7 out of 10. Okay, don't this is not 3 out of 10. It's not that bad. It's only one read 7 out of 10. And I take those three down because Dawson, yeah, 8.5. I changed it. 8.5. So the final verdict of the entire book is a B minus and an 8.5 rating on the KP scale. But yes, beyond that, let me tell you something. It's a good read. If you love erotic books, you love romance, you love stalker type books, you like stalker boy books, let me tell you something. This is the book for you. If you're like the problem I have is he is a stalker. Like that really cringes me. It's really cringeworthy. But other than that, let me tell you something. It's a really good book, and I honestly think y'all need to go to Amazon, and any other platform that the book is sold on, and just get it. Okay, get the. I I want to say. Hold on. Let me. I want to say. Okay, yeah. So get it on Amazon. It is now on Amazon Unlimited for free. Okay, for a print book, it is $12. I'm looking on my Kindle, by the way. And if you want the Kindle version, it is $2.99 with $3. So please go cop this book, read it. Let me tell you something. It was a little frustrating for me, but I'm telling you, it's a good read. We'll probably read it again. I ain't gonna lie, because there are just some characters that I just gotta go back and just enjoy. Some chapters I gotta go back to enjoy. Also, I really wish we could have explored more with Evie's friend. I mean, not Evie's. Eden's friends. And her roommate. Oh my goodness, her hilarious roommate who is always in the living room watching her shows. Okay, so yes, please go check this book out. And Evie, if you are listening, this book can make so many spin-offs. Like literally, including Evie's friends, like there's so many spin-offs to the like potential spin-offs. Like I really would love if this book led to so many spin-offs, man. Like it is the possibilities. I mean, because you put so many characters in this book, you could have spin-offs for years. Like this one book, You could literally just leave this series off with this one book, and literally just make more books off of the extra characters. You can make one off of Weston, Dominic. You can literally have it like Bridgerton. You can have one for every sibling in each family. Like, and then have them have series. Like, it's so much like the potential is so beautiful. And I genuinely love it, and I can't wait to see the next installment. Hopefully I get picked for a advanced series copy for that as well. And I hope that one day you'll be reading my books, and you can be as brutally honest about my books, and I really would appreciate that. Honestly, I like it when people like get down to the nitty gritty of what's wrong with it. But please, I hope that you hear this, and I hope you don't feel insulted or hurt now, because if you really being honest about what you said in the book, because I ain't gonna cut you on your DMs, but I do have a few things I would have liked to been better, particularly with Dawson. Please take it with a bag of sugar. Um Natural cane sugar, you know what I'm saying? But I honestly, man, I enjoyed this book, and I can't see what else comes from this. It's gonna be based on some characters, different characters, because I know they're that Dawson's leaving the station, but I wonder what's gonna come next. I really do. I really do. And I hope to be I can't wait. I can't wait. Much love, much support. I'm gonna continue supporting you. I'm gonna be sharing stuff on my page, my story, and I think you sent a like a did you see I don't know, but because well, I might DM you. If not, I'll just check my email and see. But this was a great book. Please check it out. To anyone listening, y'all gonna love it. Especially you erotic people. Y'all erotic people, y'all be like it's that nasty stuff. Now just get down deep, dirty, nasty. So yeah, all love. Y'all be blessed, y'all.